Forecast.
He's had plenty of time to pick things out.
And pick out a ring, yes.
Yeah. It's certainly going to be a nice, quiet day on a Friday. A lot of folks off from school this afternoon and, you know, for the holidays. And then, of course, a lot of folks get on the roadways. Right now, we have dry conditions, but if you're traveling north, maybe a different story. We'll get to that in just a little bit. Outside right now, gray skies, 50 degrees, winds out of the north at 14 miles per hour. Humidity, 54%, dew point 34, and our pressure is running 30.08 and falling. All right, outside this morning, 32 degrees out in Mason, Texas, 32 in Llano. You've got 33 in San Saba, and we're also looking at 39 in Georgetown. We were into the lower 40s here locally, all the way to 46 in LaGrange. Those were this morning's temperatures. Tomorrow morning will be colder. Take a look at what we did expect across the area for the noontime hour. 40s to about 50 degrees, so we're on target. We're thinking about 55, 56 for this afternoon for the high, and that's it. Maybe a little bit of clearing into the evening hours will help us out because we're looking at temperatures to fall, but if we can hold that cloud cover in, maybe the temperatures won't get so cold. I really don't want them to get this cold, but they could. You know what? I had a graphic loaded here. I wanted to show it to you. Maybe I have a unchecked or something. Let me show that to you because it's an important one because it shows the temperatures by forecast models, what we expect. There we go. Yeah, that's the case. Tomorrow morning, temperatures down to 25 in Mason, 33 here in Austin, 31 out at the airport, 30 in Georgetown, but 32s, 31s, 30s out to the east with a 33 in LaGrange. So very close to freezing in a handful of spots, but everywhere else below freezing all the way to that 25 sitting out there in Mason, Texas. 29 in Llano, 28 in San Saba, 28 in Burnett for tomorrow morning. So cold. How about Sunday morning? How about pretty much the same as what you're seeing here? Very close to it, maybe within a few degrees, but very cold. It'll warm up next week as we see things maybe back even to the 70s by Monday. Cloud cover has moved across the state. You can see some of the cloud cover, of course, in our skies. There are a few breaks in the clouds, but basically for the duration of the day, we're going to have scattered cloud cover all across the area. You've got showers to the north and then even a little bit of wintry precip. The pink indicates frozen precip, maybe some sleet as we look at the blue, maybe a little bit of snow out of this. The heating of the day, of course, we've seen less of this. This morning, everything you saw to the north of us was some kind of frozen precip. Now we're seeing a little bit of rain here. So if you're traveling north up I-35 or have any travel plans that direction, it's not severe weather, but it may slow down in case, you know, of course, traffic. You get into the Dallas-Fort Worth area, if you're running up 281, any of the more populated areas where the rainfall might be slickened up and all the accidents can cause you trouble. Into the Panhandle, a little bit of snow there, but again, for us, just cloud cover. Now, we are not looking at anything. I'd be lucky to see a sprinkle out there, but we hardly want to even count that as a rain chance. We did think clouds and maybe a sprinkle or two for today, but after this into the weekend, we're looking much better. Forecast models keeping most of the actual rain-bearing clouds out of it. You see the cloud cover here from this morning into and it did it again. My clicker just wants to advance all the time. 55 for the high today. We're looking at winds out of the northeast at 5 to 10 miles per hour. Okay, that's the high today. Cloud cover, let's call it mostly gray skies, maybe a few breaks in them, but mostly gray skies. Tonight, looking at a little clearing. Temperatures could drop off to about 33 locally. Showed you the map. We figure probably all the way down to the upper 20s in most locations, and then maybe to some of those extremes, 25 in Mason. Also, the other place locally that gets so cold is Austin Bergstrom International Airport. So much colder than Camp Mabry. It's sometimes 18 degrees difference there. So watch for that. Could be, if you live in that area, Del Valle area, you might have some problems with the temperatures there. All right, forecast 7 days ahead. Boy, I tell you, this clicker will work for me. We could all go home and call it a day. 55 for the high today. There's your gray skies. A little mixture of cloud cover and sunshine. 33 to 56 for tomorrow. 32 to 64. That's Saturday to Sunday. 30s, freezing temps in the mornings. You're heading out of town this weekend. Make sure you plan for that. And then, of course, on Monday, starting to warm up a little bit. And then cooling down again. 52 to 66 on Tuesday. Back into that near freezing range. Now, that's a 7-day forecast. The numbers at the end always can vary a little bit. 39 on Wednesday, maybe a freeze for some folks. Same on Thursday. But then again, keep an eye on it as we're heading into next week. We don't expect any rain to mix with that, but still very cold if you're heading out of town. Pets, plants, pipes, and of course, everybody that you know, make sure they have adequate heat. More on our forecast coming up.
Okay.